Morning, Frank. First things first, Oliver Dobbin, obviously a lot of fans want to know what the news is with him, please.
Yeah, so he's got, as we feared, he's got an ACL injury, which ends his season. He's going to have surgery. So really disappointed for him. So we'll see. Time frames I'm not absolutely clear on, so I don't want to go there, but in the short term we know his season's done. He's had an incredible season personally. The strides he's taken since we've been here, making the Sweden squad makes it even slightly more bitter in a funny way because he's doing so well. But I think with reflection he should understand how far he's come, and it's an unfortunate thing for us, and we all support him.
And how is he himself?
Yeah, he's, as you'd expect, disappointed, particularly in the moments after the injury, as is very normal. He's a really good lad, absolutely low maintenance. As I say, he's been brilliant in every sense. But he was here yesterday, spoke to him, he understands it now, and these things are obviously challenging for young players who want to play, want to do well. So we'll all support them along the way.
And it wasn't necessarily, I suppose, the impact with Campbell, was it? It was the way he tried to twist and clear the ball. Is that where the injury occurred?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. And what about the other boys that were? I mean, Josh Eccles, for example, as well, wasn't
he? Josh is rehabbing. He's a smallish calf injury and should be around 2 weeks. Same as Brandon, who's been out now for a bit. It's a sort of pelvic issue which he's working hard on. So we're hoping they'll be in and around the West Brom game in a couple of weeks.
And you lost Liam Kitchen very late before Sheffield United. Is he okay now?
Yeah, he's fine. Kitch was back with sickness for a few days, so he's been training for most of the week.
And how do you reflect on the Sheffield United game now? I know it's about moving on to Burnley, but just a quick thought looking back.
Yeah, it feels a long time ago now because it was Friday night, but it's not a bad performance. A good team who were clinical on the day. Did we create as much as we want? No, which is good for us to reflect on and see the reasons why. But against a top team away from home, of the run we've been having, I think we have to take it as what it was and move on quickly and react well.
And how have the players bounced back in training, do you sense, this week?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. The dressing room's strong. The lads have trained well. We've had a good week with work through the week. Probably our last full working week until maybe the last week of the season. So it's been good to get a little bit more physical work in them. Some players haven't played so many minutes, etc., but they're all in good spirits.
So it's Burnley, another big crowd at home tomorrow lunchtime on Saturday, and they've proved to be, arguably, the hardest team to play against in the Championship this season, haven't they?
Yeah, they are. Their goals conceded record states that, so we have to applaud it before the game. They've done really well to do that. It's not easy to keep clean sheets like they have done and concede so little, so that's great work from them. So it'll be a big challenge for us. We've found it, with it's well documented in the Championship, the parachute teams have come down from Premier Leagues, and some of the attributes they have as teams, physical attributes, technical attributes. So we're more of a developing team because we don't have that Premier League experience. So it's a great challenge for us, and an important part of the season with a home crowd behind us. So we have to absolutely prepare and believe that we can get the result that we want, but understand it will be very tough.
Yeah, and you've been plotting away to sort of penetrate this almost impenetrable defence then this last few days.
Yeah, listen, we always focus on every side of our game. But of course, every game has different tweaks to it, and understanding why they defend so well. They're very disciplined in their numbers and how they defend, and it's a good thing from seeing how they do it. But we have to try and find our ways through that. That's up to us to try and do.
Yeah, and it's obviously a very busy period in the season now, coming up to the end of the season, and you want to stay where you are, looking then for a response, obviously, from what happened at Bramall Lane tomorrow from the boys.
I think people make a lot out of a response to a defeat. You have to respond to every performance, every result. If you're winning, it's easy to get complacent. If you lose a game, it's easy to get too down. It's very important to stay pretty level-headed and calm at this point. Even more so for us, I believe, because of where we've come from. We haven't been in the playoffs all season, and looking at we're very happy to be where we are because of where we were. So I think there can be twists and turns that may come. Our season is not going to be defined by this weekend. Can we give ourselves a positive weekend? Absolutely, but we have to understand that there's many points to play for in 7 games, that we have to stay calm and focus and do the right thing. So there's no illusions. We're at home, that's great. We've got our crowd, that's great, but we're playing a really strong team as well. So we just prepare for the game and focus on that alone.
And it's the club's Legends Day off the field, and that gives it, I think, every year an added kind of buoyancy to things. It was the first time you've experienced that.
Yeah, great. I'm all for things like that. It's the history and traditions of the club. Players that played and had some brilliant moments for the club to be honoured on the day, and it's a great feeling. It's like the family of Coventry, isn't it, coming together, and I'm sure the fans react to that. I'll be pleased to see some faces that I watched as a younger player, young man or whatever, and through the years. So it's very important that these things are done and done well, and I look forward to that side of it.
Yeah, and Scott Parker, of course, is one of your playing contemporaries. What have you made of the job that he's done at Burnley this season?
A very good job. I know Scott well. I get on really well with Scott. He's a gentleman in the game, and had a fantastic playing career, and I fully respect, as I do with all managers that had long playing careers, going into management and really giving it everything. I know Scott well, and I know that he will absolutely throw himself into every detail, everything, which is a really consuming job. And I think at Burnley he's done a great job, because I've spoken about parachute teams and the differences, and there are clear differences financially and maybe squads, but you also have the challenges and expectations of, you want to play like this, we must amass this many points, we must win every week, and there are different stresses and challenges. So I think Scott's handled every part of it really well, and I wish him well, obviously, as a friend, and of course we want to win tomorrow, but really wish him well.
And we've spoken a lot this season about the role that the fans can play, particularly in home games, but that they can genuinely give you that added impetus, can't they, particularly in tight matches as tomorrow's might be.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, our fans have been incredible, home and away, and it absolutely helps. We have to play well, play with passion, play with urgency, intensity, particularly against Burnley, who I think physically probably the top team in the league in terms of distances covered and sprints and accelerations and all these things which we look carefully at. So we have to match that to bring the fans into the game, and then when the fans are with you, as they will be, that can obviously be a huge help when we're all together. So we do our thing, then we absolutely know that the fans will be with us.
Jack, good to see you. Nice to be back in the side again.
Yeah, really good. Obviously had the setback with the shoulder, but been working hard in the gym with the physios over the break as well, and yeah, good to be back.
And how is your shoulder now?
Yeah, no, it's feeling good. It's I'm doing everything I can, still strengthening it now, and it's touch wood, nothing will happen again, but it's feeling strong right now. So yeah, it's not causing me pain. It's feeling strong and back to how it was. So yeah. Is it something that you had an issue with earlier in your career, or was this the first time? No, this was the first time, and yeah, I know that like people say that sometimes when you do it, there's more of a chance of it happening again. But that's why I've got a program. The physios have put me on a program, sports science people, to make it as strong as it can to minimise that risk. And right now, it's feeling good. Mm. And of course the lads kept going. I know it was defeated at Sheffield United last Friday, but the lads kept going to the end, and you got yourself on the score sheet again. Yeah, no, obviously scoring is always good, although the result wasn't what we wanted. But on a personal note, I guess coming back, being on the pitch again in front of the fans, feeling the atmosphere, the atmosphere of like a game situation again, is just. Yeah, it's a feeling you can't really like recreate. So just being out there was really good, and looking forward to the game tomorrow now. Mm. And your assists, I think you're second in the championship for assists this season. That's an element to your game that has provided a lot of goals for the side this season. That's pleasing, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's really good. Obviously, that's part of my game, like creating goals. That I want to keep doing. been getting the other side the goals out recently. I think in my last 3 I got 3 goals, so I'm trying to equal it out. So you know, hopefully I can get to 10 and 10, which that's my ideal goal. But you know, hopefully even more assists and I can get to the top of the rankings.
And what would that mean to you personally? It's a nice accolade to have, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it would be really good. You want to be the best of the best, so to be the best in one department is good, and hopefully I can do that. But however, if I'm scoring or assisting, it's helping us win. So that's the main factor.
And what's the kind of secret behind it? Just practice, and more practice?
Yeah, I guess so. Obviously, I've been working a lot on my set plays, which have been a big help, and they've been part of my assists, which helped the team and me to get my numbers. But at the same time, I've been working a lot with Gaffer and Joe on getting in right areas to play more killer passes, which or like crossing areas as well, which are where most of my assists have come from. So no, it's really good and pleasing to see that the work going in the training ground is coming out on the pitch.
So Burnley, I'm going to say to the gaffer, they're, you know, statistically the hardest team to play against this season, with the amount of goals that they don't concede rather than do let in.
Yeah, you know, they're at the top, near the top for a reason. They're defensively good, as you say, but I think we're very good attacking wise. So I think we have the players to break anyone down. So I think it's just another game. At the end of the day, we know what we need to do. We know what they're like, but it's nothing that's phasing us. We're just going out there to try and win another game. That's our only focus, to get 3 points.
And I suppose from the players' perspective, it's trying to replicate what happened in the Sunderland game, which was the last home match, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that's it. I think looking back at the Sunderland game, like the atmosphere, the way the team played was brilliant. Obviously I wasn't involved that game, but watching from the side I could see like the energy, how sharp we were, and it was great to see. So that's what we're going to try and recreate tomorrow, for the fans and for us. And back at the CBS, there's no place better to play. So you know, with our fans behind us, I'm sure it'll be a great game.
Yeah, I mean, that was going to be my final one, really, about the fans and the impetus that they can give you, especially in, you know, tight games as perhaps, you know, the Burnley one promises to be.
Yeah, no, they're amazing, the fans. You know, they travel and they pack out our home stadium as well. So you know, every game we have amazing support, and they make it an amazing atmosphere wherever we are. But especially at the CBS, you know, it's brilliant. I love playing there. Every single time we play there, it's special, and you know, they make it special and they give us that boost. You know, especially maybe when we need the boost, or if we're on top, they give us that extra boost to go and like get all over the other team and score. So it's really good.
And you personally, I know a lot of the players have, but you personally have established quite a strong bond with the supporters as well, it feels.
Yeah, no, they've been brilliant ever since I came into the club, and you know, I love playing in front of them, and they're a special group of fans, and have a good connection with them, good bond, and yeah, no, it's really good.